children, today we are going to listen to a very interesting story. Once upon a time, there was a hard-working farmer who planted a field full of green seedlings. Every morning, the farmer would come to the edge of the field, squat down, cover his eyebrows with his hands, and carefully observe his seedlings. He thought to himself,
"My little seedlings grow taller quickly. The taller you grow, the more food you can harvest in the fall."
But one day passed, and the seedlings seemed to be just as tall. 2 days passed, and there was still no noticeable change. 3 days, 4 days, a week passed, and the farmer found that the seedlings were growing too slowly. The farmer stood by the field and sighed deeply.
Why are my rice seedlings growing so slowly? Are other people's rice seedlings growing faster than mine? If this continues, how long will it take for them to grow into full-grown rice plants?
The farmer grew increasingly anxious. He walked to a large tree at the edge of the field, sat in its shade, rested his chin on his hand, and began to ponder deeply.
What should I do? What should I do? There must be some way to make my seedlings grow faster.
The farmer frowned and racked his brains to think. When the son saw the farmer's sad face, he was also worried about him. Suddenly, the farmer's eyes lit up. He slapped his thigh and jumped up excitedly.
Oh no! I've come up with a brilliant idea. Since the seedlings are growing slowly, I can help them by pulling each one up. Wouldn't that make them taller? Ha ha! I'm so smart. Why didn't I think of this idea before?
The farmer smiled triumphantly, thinking he had discovered the best farming secret in the world. The next morning, just as the sun rose, the farmer excitedly ran to the field and began to help his seedlings. He bent over, squatted in the field, carefully grasped each green seedling, and gently pulled it up.
1, 2, 3.
As the farmer counted and pulled, beads of sweat gradually formed on his forehead. This was meticulous work. Not a single seedling could be left behind. After a whole day of hard work, the farmer finally pulled up all the seedlings in the field. He straightened up, wiped the sweat off his face, and looked at the fields in front of him. He felt so happy. Look, the seedlings that were originally only as high as his knees are now almost up to his waist.
Wow! My seedlings are really getting taller. This method is so effective.
The farmer was so happy that he danced with joy, just like a child who got his favorite toy. The sun set, and the farmer dragged himself back home exhausted. Although exhausted, he was in a wonderfully good mood. As soon as he entered the door, he couldn't wait to say to his wife,
Old lady, guess what amazing thing I did today? I figured out a trick to make the seedlings grow quickly. I pulled up every seedling in the field, and now they are much taller than yesterday. Ha ha, I'm such a genius.
However, the wife was not happy after hearing what the farmer said. Instead, she frowned and said worriedly,
Old man, I'm afraid it's not right for you to do this. Plants have their own growth patterns. If you force them to grow taller, can their roots still hold on to the soil firmly? I'm worried that the seedlings won't be able to bear it and might ... die.
The wife's face was full of worry. She felt that this method did not sound very reliable. After hearing his wife's words, the farmer began to feel uneasy. He tossed and turned in bed, unable to sleep, thinking,
No way, my method is so good. The seedlings should be grateful to me. But ... what if the old woman is right?
At dawn the next day, the farmer hurried to the fields to see how his crops were doing. Along the way, his heart was beating non-stop.
Oh my god, what is going on?
The farmer ran to the edge of the field and was stunned. The seedlings that had been green and tall yesterday had turned yellow and slumped in the field, as lifeless as a sick child. Some seedlings even withered completely, never to grow again. The farmer's face turned paler than the paper, his hands trembled violently, and he was terrified.
My seedlings, what happened to my seedlings?
The farmer squatted by the field, looking at the withering seedlings, tears welling up in his eyes. He gently touched the withered seedling, his heart filled with regret.
It's all my fault for being too impatient. I shouldn't have forced the seedlings upwards. Plants take time to grow, and it's a gradual process. I've violated the laws of nature and killed my poor seedlings. Oh, how foolish I was. If only I had been more patient and let them grow naturally.
From then on, the farmer learned an important lesson. The next spring, he replanted the seedlings. This time, he was no longer anxious. Instead, he patiently watered, fertilized, and weeded the seedlings, allowing them to grow at their own pace. When the sun comes out, let them bask in the sun. When it rains, let them drink rainwater. In the autumn, the farmer harvested a warehouse full of golden rice. He said happily,
It turns out that by following the laws of nature, the seedlings will grow stronger.